Hi, Cancer. Welcome back. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't say long time no see to you guys like I have everyone else because if there's one thing I'm going to do, it's a Cancer reading. I will always make time for Cancer. So, we're doing a little low light, lo fi vibe today. It's raining outside. I don't want to have the overhead lights on, so we're going to do low light. This is going to be a seasonal reading. We are transitioning into fall. If you're in the northern hemisphere, this is a time of shifting gears, of slowing down a little bit, prepping to go completely still, dormant, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, before we jump in with our cards, though, we're going to be using our singing bowl to clear any lingering energy that needs to be cleared, to connect to each other as a collective, and then as a collective directly to spirit. If you would like to use this time to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so now. The more the merrier. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Cancer Collective. Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Cancer Collective. What does Cancer need to know right now at this moment in time, this period in their life? What messages do we have for them today, Spirit? Speak to me and through me to the Cancer Collective. We'll take it. Three of Cups, the Devil, the Chariot, and the Nine of Wands. Feels like you've been celebrating, partying with, lifting up something of those sorts. Something to do with the Devil. This could be a Capricorn person. This is Capricorn and Cancer. This is Cancer's card here with the Chariot, and then their opposite. Mother, father, feminine, masculine. There's definitely some duality going on. I feel like you're having to defend yourself from these people. From you, I'm getting three. There's three people, three situations that you've been in. But in situations where you should be lifted up, where you should be celebrated, where you should be having fun and enjoying yourself, maybe you're expecting that from people who are not your friends, people who have really toxic habits that not only hold themselves and keep themselves bound, but are going to keep you bound too if you're not careful. If you're not paying attention to who you're giving your energy to and who you are wanting to celebrate and pour into is what I'm getting, or who you're wanting to celebrate you. This could be family, friends, colleagues, literally anything and everything. It could be lovers. Maybe you've had a really long history of picking partners who just are toxic, are frenemies, honestly. Maybe not even a frenemy, like your biggest hater. Maybe you've continuously put yourself in situations where you've had to defend yourself. You were in like relationships, but you still felt alone. like you weren't a team. You still had to do everything on your own. It feels like you've had a really long road of doing things on your own. Taurus actually had a very similar reading with the Nine of Wands, and I'm pretty sure they also had the Three of Cups. It's just very much energy of having to go to bat for yourself over and over and over, like constantly. 9 is a lot. Like this person is holding yet another wand for yet another battle, yet another defense of themselves. Like they're always ready and waiting to defend themselves because that's what they've had to do, probably their whole lives. But this is taking the struggles, the adversities, the hardships, the less than ideal situations, and making something out of it, making yourself a home out of it, making yourself a ladder to climb to the top, to climb out of a hole, to whatever, building yourself a boat and sailing away. Like you're using all of these things that are being thrown at you to deter you, to take you down, to really make you stop, to humble you. Honestly, like this energy does not want people to do good, does not want them to outgrow toxic behaviors, things that keep them small, keep them scared, keep them scarce. It feels like you're finally breaking free of that. It's like false friends, people who should be lifting you up who are not, people who should be celebrating you but don't. This could be like nobody celebrating, no, but when I say nobody, I don't mean literally nobody. You could have a few really good people in your life. You could have children, obviously, so they're going to acknowledge and pour into you. But it's like, it feels like a certain group of people, a certain dynamic. It's giving siblings specifically. Like you can have all of the like people in the world tell you that they love you, but if your own family isn't telling you or wanting to be around you or planning things with you, celebrating you, lifting you up in moments when you need to be lifted up, because that's what you do for them, I feel like it hurts more. It feels more lonely. But it, that just might be the way it needs to be. These people could genuinely be nasty, devilish, evil. Think like all of the stuff that's going on with our government right now and all of the people who own all of that and what they do in the rings that they are involved in, right? That's the energy. It's very much trafficking and selling your soul. That's not what you want. You would never in a million years even consider selling your soul or any part of yourself or your loved ones. But maybe you're coming to the realization that they would not do the same for you. I feel like they would sell you to the devil if they had a chance. And they may have sold their soul. So it's probably a good thing that you're keeping your distance and that you're riding off into the sunset by yourself. I say by yourself, but there are two, whatever these things are. And I'm pretty sure they represent like the protection and the stability, the certainty, because typically the chariot is horses, which are very steadfast and they're very knowing. They know their destination, they know how to get there, they're capable, and you're gonna get to your destiny, to your end goal. Destination is what I meant to say, but destiny came out. Either way, this person is magical. She's got a crown on her head, a wand in her hand. She's got this really, I love this jacket and I want one for myself. I was actually just thinking about getting a motorcycle and how much fun and how freeing that would be. And you can see there's like a skyline behind her. This feels like leaving some really in this one there's literally nothing. It's just nothingness. There's no city, there's no horizon, there's no scape. All of these have like horizons and you can see things in the background. And this one there's nothing. It's a void, just a pit of nothing. And that's what you're leaving. I feel like you can't afford to stay. You can't afford to lose yourself again. It feels like again. Maybe these are all the times that you've had to rediscover yourself and you've had to stick up for yourself, people trying to change you, trying to put you in a box, trying to make you fit in, make you feel like you made a bad decision, all the times you've had to start over, leave a job, whatever the case may be. You're only doing it because you know you have to. Because if you stay, you'll die. You could also be getting a new car, which is, who wouldn't want that? Or a motorcycle specifically, duh. Just talking about how fun that would be. You could be getting a motorcycle. I'm getting midnight rides, cross country rides under like vast open night skies. Also, I really love this jacket. I hope you guys can see. I know, again, it's low light, but I hope you guys can see how cute that jacket is. It's got the little moon medallions, and I feel like she's definitely medallions. I don't know if that's the right word, embellishments. They are definitely dressed for the slide and not the ride. They're well protected. They should probably put some gloves on, but other than that, maybe they took them off to take the picture. Who knows? Who cares? But you are protected on your journey as well. Spirit wanted me to say that. Spirit wants you to know that always and always, that if you say and remind yourself of nothing else, you should be reminding yourself of a lot of things until you believe them and until you are experiencing them. You are protected every way, every day, every step you take, every move you make, every day and every way. You are protected. 9 of Pentacles. Financial independence, breaking free, not having to worry about anyone else for your finances, for your income, having the financial freedom to make your own income, multiple streams of income, having enough to share and to spare, investing into yourself in your home, but also having enough to pay your bills and invest and save and build up your community and pour into it, into your loved ones, provide for them, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. There it is, 9 of Pentacles. Oh, the Hermit and the Ace of Wands. Wow. This is going to be a beautiful, Cancer, every season from here on out is going to be beautiful. It feels like the better it gets, the better it gets. Your life is just expanding. You have 9-9 here. And then also 3 people here, 3 people here, 3-3-3, 9-9-9. I feel like, as I was saying, the better it gets, the better it gets. You're calling in more. You're leaving behind people, things, situations, items, even vehicles that no longer suit you, that are no longer in alignment with what you want. And you're realigning and coming into new things that are aligned with exactly what you want. It is financial freedom. You're equipped for it now. Maybe you haven't been before because you were maybe a little bit too forgiving still. You're still a little bit too allowing to these people. Spirit's not going to hand you your wish if they know that you're just going to give it away to this energy, if you're going to invest it in and pour it into this energy. Because they would take it. If you're going to give it, they're going to take it for sure. They're going to take absolutely every single ounce of anything that they can get from you if you let them. But you've been through enough now. You have enough experience with the bullshit, with the betrayal, with the fuckery, that you know exactly what to do, exactly who to invest in. Yourself, number 1, your loved ones, number 2, your community. You know what I mean? Like, you have your priorities straight. You know who your people are, who your circle is. It could be getting a lot smaller, and it could be excluding family members. Maybe if you come into a lot of money, you wouldn't take care of your siblings in a capacity that you once maybe would have. Or it could be a partner. You could have been with someone that Spirit was like, this is not their blessing. This is not their path. They have a completely different path that does not include this life of luxury, that does not include this level of growth and expansion and prosperity. So if you're attached to them and whatever you get, they get, you're not going to get anything. You're going to get what they deserve at their level, not they're not going to get what you deserve at your level, if that makes sense. You're just going to stay here and match them because they can't be given more, but you can absolutely be given less because you're willing to take it, you're willing to accept it. So why the fuck not? Just like they're willing to take it, whatever you're giving. They're always going to be cornbread with their hand out. Gimme. Where's mine? Like, what? No, no, no. That's not. That's not how this works. That's not what we're doing here. This is your blessing. This is your gift. This is your prosperity, your path. And again, it feels like multiple streams of income. You could also be going offline this autumn, this autumn season. You could be booking an Airbnb, like a cabin in the woods somewhere, and just completely going off the grid. This is Virgo energy, the hermit, shutting down, retracting, pulling your energy back. If you're not isolating to that extreme, although I feel like a lot of you are going to be, if not for the entire like 3-6 months period, whatever, maybe for a week, a few days, whatever it is, I do feel like you're pulling your energy back, you're disconnecting, you're kind of going back into your shell. For those of you who aren't like leaving, like an Airbnb situation, whatever, you're going to be doing this in your own home, and it could come with a lot of like purging and clearing out. You could be like rearranging your space, your um, your furniture. Thank you. Donating a lot of stuff. I hope you guys can hear the thunder because it's beautiful. Going through your closet and just seeing what you don't need anymore, and maybe giving to someone. That could be one of your streams of income. Selling your closet, selling your stuff that you don't use any, like home decor stuff that you don't use anymore. Getting like a little booth at a flea market and doing like a little pop-up, like a sale, a store. Thank you. Selling your clothes, shoes, electronics, even, I don't know, any and all things that you have. I feel like if you have it, people will buy it. So you're getting really good ideas. And I say ideas, I'm not sure why, because in this imagery it's just one single rod, wand, whatever you want to call it. It's just one single one, but this feels very like an onslaught of ideas and downloads that maybe is what's leading you to this great harvest, this abundant life, beautiful life. These are very solo cards. The only difference between, this is the pre-Empress energy, the only difference between the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles is the partnership, the union. The Nine of Pentacles is very solo. It's very like a solo path. And that doesn't mean you have to be single. I'm just talking about you're not amassing wealth with a partner. You're not building a home with them. You know what I mean? That's the Ten of Pentacles. It's a partnership. More than one people. This doesn't have to be, it typically is though, but it doesn't have to be romantic partners. But she did this on her own. She's got her own farm. She's got her own land. It could be acres and acres and acres. And whether she hires help to help her maintain it, it's still hers. She's still doing it on her own. It's still her harvest. And she takes care of the people around her. She's not stingy. She's very giving. Again, pre-Empress energy. But these are all women, strong feminine energy, who are closing themselves off, shutting themselves off, maybe doing something very independently, but it's going to be successful, and it's going to be really passionate, and it's going to be really prosperous. Let's see. Let's do our oracle cards now. What else is here, Spirit? What else is here? I was going to do some more tarot cards because I feel like if I picked them up one more time, the Empress would come out. But we're just going to move on because I feel like we get it. You're very financially independent. Your path right now, I feel like, is very you focused. Your wealth, your path, your purpose, discovering all of that stuff. You could be taking a solo, like, cross-country trip. And it doesn't have to be solo in the sense. Yeah.
Thank you. What did you...
Sorry about that. I'll grab a sip of water while I'm here. Should have done that before I unpaused it. I do love to see it though, strong and independent. Celebrating yourself, whether you have people celebrating you or not, is irrelevant. You're celebrating yourself, pouring into yourself, loving on yourself, encouraging yourself. And Spirit is also encouraging you and giving you ideas, really brilliant ideas that you can take action on, that you can build. Downloads, enlightenment. If you're not feeling so financially secure right now, it is coming. You're going to be okay. You are okay financially, spiritually, physically, all of the things. You are protected. Spirit is going to provide for you. If for no other reason than you got rid of this energy, you distanced yourself from the devil, you recognized it, and you won't get sucked back in. I don't think you're going to let if it's an ex, if it's a previous situation, you're not going to let it come back in, because you know the consequences. You know what's at stake. What else is here for Cancer, Spirit, please? Tell us more about the Nine of Pentacles, about the Chariot, about all of these positive, beautiful energies. Tell us more. Okay, that works. Okay, the Cross. This tells the story of a little girl who is so desperate to have these shoes that she's willing to do anything, like essentially selling her soul, including making a vow or whatever. I don't even know what it's called, being cursed to dance until she dies. Like, she literally is so desperate to wear these shoes. You probably will never be able to see this, but she's got red shoes on and she just wants them so bad. I'm actually going to read about it, the story from the book, because it's pretty good. But essentially, she's destined to dance until she dies because her greed overtook her. I feel like that's what's happening with these people, this devil energy. They could have sold their soul essentially to the devil. If that is the case, they won't be alive much longer. They're not going to be around much longer. I feel like the people who have done devilish things, betrayed you, made you feel less than, made you feel small, done heinous, awful things to you or other people, doesn't matter. They're going to be 6 feet under soon. This is a cemetery. This is a grave. She's going to fall right into that hole and just perish. But not before dancing for however long you can last without sleep. I don't know. It's a wild story. We'll read about it. What else is here? Thank you. Oh, a child. This could be a child Okay. These I was talking earlier about like the bigger devils that are present right now that are seemingly in control. I feel like their control is very fragile and it's very dependent on things going a very specific way, and I don't think they're going to keep going that way very much longer. But these I was talking about trafficking and all of these things. Um, so the people that are participating, turning a blind eye, I'm just doing my job types, all of those people are going to start very quickly as these energies shift and as what I feel like is like going to be a matriarch. We're shifting back into the divine feminine energy. She's definitely taking control because this shit masculine has had long enough. They're failing. They all they do is create war, destruction, any and all of the disgusting things. So I feel like the divine feminine, Mother Earth, the moon, all of these define divine feminine energies are now taking power back and shifting it. And that goes for the women on Earth as well. Our children are going to be protected. This is all going to be balanced out, but I feel like it is going to come with a lot of casualties. Not that there haven't been enough already, but again, I feel like things are shifting and balancing out. For every child that's gone missing, now a PDF file is going to. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of balancing out we're doing in the kind of direction that we're heading. It feels like to me. I don't know how that got into your reading. What the fuck? But don't be surprised if you start hearing about a lot of like the Charlie Kirk situations. Yeah. Okay. Oh, month of the year, April. Adorable. All of this could be kicking off heavily in April. Ooh, goldfish. Increase of material wealth or spiritual growth. We're claiming both. Thank you. Dark woman. Beautiful. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Gorgeous. Oh. Divine feminine. Oh, and then we have fair man. Ew. Okay, that's what. Yeah, this is the duality. That's actually kind of hilarious and crazy. This over here is the divine feminine. This is us. This is women, Cancer specifically, Cancer collective. I feel like as we shift our focus away from this and away from, they just so desperately need attention and control. And as we shift our focus away from it, and this again, it can be, Bud, you okay? It could be as close to you as your partner. Maybe you're leaving a partner. You recently left. This is your ex, an ex boss, whatever the case may be. Or it can be as macroscopic, as big as what I was talking about earlier. If you're in the US, our government, the patriarchy that we currently live under. I mean, that's not just the US. We have kings who rule, and we have a male god and Jesus, and we worship males. That's not how it's been. That's not how it's always been. And the only way that they made it that way was through like murder and genocides and control, and they're still trying these same tactics. And it's not going to work much longer. The divine feminine is definitely on the rise. We're getting the skills, the power, the strength, the lessons, all of it to shift the focus. We're calling in the resources. We're calling in the teams, the people. What an interesting turn this read took. You could be starting a coven that is going to be like eat the rich, take down the patriarchy, really focused on making this happen for this very specific type of person. If you catch my drift. I don't know. Nobody watches my readings anyway, so I'm not necessarily worried about this getting taken down, and I don't know how much YouTube even censors, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, we got Cacao and Reaper. Okay. We'll put that over there because it belongs over there. Let's do a Citadel, and then we're going to read. I'm going to read you the cross story. Maybe I'll just read you the highlights. I don't know. And then we'll read about our Seasons of the Witch, Mabon Oracle. That's what deck that is. And this is the Citadel Oracle. What else is here for Cancer Spirit? What very interesting reading you got here. What else we got going on? What is this? The Enchanter, Deception and Trickery. Absolutely the fuck not. We're not falling for that anymore. The Painter, Productivity and Creativity and Creation. I don't know what the fuck I just tried to say. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Weaver, Rediscovery, Transition. Absolutely. Now these cards are so pretty. I hope you can see them a little bit. Even the littlest bit. Maybe I should get some dimmable lights in here. Okay, let's read. Let's do a little reading. Cacao, is that where we should start? Card number 5? Yeah. Embrace, open heart, tenderness. Oh, this is definitely your energy. Your higher self chose this card because cacao is such a comforting drink to experience. It's like a hug from your nearest and dearest. And when this card appears, it's a message from Spirit acknowledging any emotional hurt and pain you have felt. Whether you have experienced a breakup or a loss of a loved one, disappointment or betrayal, cacao reminds you that it is safe to open your heart again. Oh, my nose itches so bad. However, do not feel rushed to welcome love from another before you have found love for yourself. Ever. That's always should be the rule. Ever. What does it mean to you to feel loved, supported, and emotionally nourished? How would your life look and feel if you loved and accepted yourself unconditionally? Feel your heart. Feel your heart. Is that supposed to say feel? Because it really does say feel. 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 Feel your heart with the feelings. Feelings. These visible. Oh my God. I do know how to read. I promise. Most of the time. These visualizations invoke and allow them to gently soften you a little by little. This card is also a reminder that you are worthy of being loved. You are not broken, no matter what past experiences might have led you to believe. You are good, kind-hearted, gentle soul. You are a good, kind-hearted, gentle soul whose light is needed in the world. Please don't allow anyone's poor treatment to prevent you from letting others experience your light. Yeah, I feel like you could have a lot of this. Could be father. This is the I was talking about earlier, the father energy versus the mother over here. The duality in this reading is really wild. You could have been mistreated by several father figures. Maybe you've had a few in and out of your life. But you haven't allowed whatever you've experienced to harden you, to make you bitter, to make you hateful. None of those things. You're still loving, you're still bright, you're still a light, and you still shine. I feel like most would never know what you've been through because you're so radiant still, and you're so loving and soft and open still. All right, let's read about Reaper. I don't know, the duality of how soft and beautiful and loving and open and caring you are versus how cold and dark and heinous this energy is. It's Interesting, to say the least. Card number 32. All right, let's find this. Endings, sudden change, unhealthy attachments. Your higher self chose this card because sometimes life is cruel and doesn't give you time to prepare for the end of something meaningful. Even if you saw the signs and knew it was coming, it can feel like an unexpected shock when you reach the end of the road. Perhaps your desire to hold on too tightly to what was leaving you anyway is why Reaper has made its way to you. It's doing the heavy lifting because the universe knows this isn't a choice you might have made yourself, so it's very much tower energy. You could still be stuck in a situation that brings you harm had Reaper not stepped in on your behalf. It may not seem like it, but this card appearing in your spread in this card appearing in your spread represents the beginning of a much better life. You might pray for something, set your intention, and do your spells hoping a magnificent dream will drop in your lap, but big dreams require big changes. You must become the person who can achieve these goals you want. This kind of growth will it would also help if I could see a little bit better. I might need an overhead light. This kind of growth will require you to rid your life of anything that has held you back, and while the circumstances may be unpleasant, the results will bring you one step closer to the goals that are patiently waiting for you to evolve, so you have everything you need to ensure success. That's what we were talking about earlier. Going through certain things so you're ready, so you're prepared to handle this. So you'll know what to do with it, where to invest it, who to invest it in. I'm going to put this here because it feels like the bridge between this toxic bullshit that you're pulling your energy out of and pouring into yourself and the beautiful life that comes after it when you do that. Okay. If you find yourself facing the end of a relationship or situation, know that this is an unhealthy attachment that does not support the person you're becoming. If you have received this card about the future or an outcome, it's confirmation that it's time for that your time in this situation is coming to an end. Okay. So if you had any question about is it time to move on? Is it time to leave this job? The answer is yes. You probably should have been done it, but that's okay. There's still time. Full disclosure, I'm not telling everyone to quit their jobs. Don't listen to me. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Anyways, let's read about the Enchanter. Oh wow, look what I opened it to. The Enchanter. That's wild. The flash of a flame, whirls of green smoke, a flock of doves that appears from nowhere. The audience applauds. The enchanter takes a bow. They know how to entertain. No, they know how to entrance and entertain. And with a century of arcane learning behind them, they never put a foot wrong. But it, slow down. But is it truly magic, or is it all smoke and mirrors? It's all smoke and mirrors, especially because it's here with this bullshit. You may be in a situation where you've been forced to deceive another, and whether it was intentional or not, you run the risk of being caught out in your lie. You could back away, hoping that it will be forgiven. Oh my God, forgotten about or resolve itself in time. But you run the danger of it spiraling out of control. Or you can own up and take responsibility for your own actions. The decision is yours. Interessante. I still feel like this is that energy that you're detaching yourself from, that you're moving away from. Maybe it's people avoiding accountability instead of owning up to things and being honest with you. They're just hoping you going away will make it go away, but it's not going to. Not at all. Let's read about the painter. I feel like you are the painter, the one you're creating something, tapping back into a creative side. That could be one of your streams of income. Card or page number 134. The painter. A splash of color, the bright powder pigment of paint boxes, the sharp scent of chemicals. The painter sets to work in the street, bringing to life another vivid mural to adorn the citadel's vibrant walls. Oh, I love that. Muralist. What a fun thing. One street is already a riot of color or painted flowers, stars, and animals, while the next is a blank canvas, waiting for something to adorn it. The painter's drive to create is all consuming. They've forgotten the murals that have come before, already focused on their next creation, on their next new creation. Within you is a front of creativity waiting to burst forth. This is not just the sort of creativity that requires a paintbrush or pen, but the ability to bring about a vision, to know your own voice and what you bring into the world. Don't let anything hold you back. This is your chance to embrace that vision, to follow your instincts and bring about something beautiful and new. Wow. I feel like no matter what, no matter how this plays out, no matter who this is talking about, it could be multiple people at multiple layers in your life. I feel like you are going to be kind of in your own little world, in your own little bubble, just creating. And as you create, more streams of income are flowing into you. You could have a nice little nest egg of savings. You could have some sort of inheritance coming in that allows you to create this bubble of creativity, to explore different mediums, to explore different things, to have the means and motivation and the energy and the bandwidth to create. I love it all. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I love you all so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.